members of the media fraternity in Mbale and the East and the country in general. There is something that has been ongoing right from last week when there was a demolition on plot 35, 37 on Palisa Road. It arose out of a court order of civil suit number 023 of 2024, where there was Mbale City as a plaintiff and Hassan Hashim as a defendant. A number of issues had been raised about this building, and it dates back to 1972 when the building was first demolished for being a nuisance and not in a good state for people to live in. We had it, it was that during that period, it was ordered that it is demolished. It was not demolished. Then again in 2022, the Public Health Department of the Council issued another nuisance notice to the proprietor to demolish that building. This letter was written by the then Deputy Town Clerk, Mr. Onyai Hatuli Kenneth, which was asking enforcement to ensure that the building is demolished. Then it arose out of a recommendation of the Public Health where they noted that the building was the dilapidated structures which were health hazard to the public. There was lack of adequate sanitary facilities at the facility, and also it was unsightly, and it was at the entry to the city. So following all this, an order was given that the building be demolished. When you look at all these correspondences, the first correspondence to demolish that building was 22nd July 1972. This was when it was first asked to be demolished in 1972. Then 9th April 1974, there was another demolition request for that building. On 9th April 1974 again, plot 3335 Palisa Road was again asked to be demolished. There are several correspondences. So at the time that this was done, it had been repeated, and a demolition order, it was directed on notice to demolish the dilapidated structure. It was written on the 6th of May to Hassan Hashim, and it was signed by the Assistant Deputy Town Clerk of Mbale, Mr. Kasim Oboga, and he was directed that whereas by that judgment order degree issued on 3rd May 2024 by the Assistant Registrar Mbale High Court, Mbale State, wherein obtained a demolition order. Notice is hereby given to demolish the condemned building and all developments therein at plot number 3335 Palisa Road, Northern State Division, Mbale City, within 14 days from the date of receipt of these notes. If you do not demolish the said dilapidated structure within 14 days, the council shall demolish at your own cost and embarrassment. Signed, Assistant Deputy Town Clerk, Waboga Kasim. The developer was directed to demolish the building. The 20th May 2024, there was a letter written to the Division Police Commander, Central Police Division, Mbale City, request for security backup, stroke deployment at plot 33, 35, folio 22 land at Palisa Road, Mbale City. The above caption refers, following a court order from the High Court of Uganda holding at Mbale, via civil suit number 23 of 2024, Mbale City versus Hassan Hashim. The property in that designated plot was condemned for substantial development under Public Health Act Cap 281. We thus request for your security to back up our enforcement officers in our operation as we effect the above court order. The activity is designated for us immediately as our request herein is considered. Find attached thereto is the court order for your security. For your scrutiny, much obliged. Oboga Kasim, Assistant Deputy Town Clerk, Mbale City. It is copied to the Resident City Commissioner, copied to the city, to the Mayor Mbale City, copied to the Internal Security Officer Mbale City, copied to the Legal Officer Mbale City, copied to the Senior Law Enforcement Officer Mbale City. Copy of the order of demolition. So the issue of demolishing that building was not a one-day thing. It has taken decades, and this has been a period of execution. We only maybe regret that the people who lost property in the what? In consideration. But I have other documents that indicate that at some time the occupants of that building had been what? Notified. You notice that if those fellows remained in a dilapidated building that is unsightly and it collapsed on anybody, the issue would still come back to what? To the state authorities for allowing such a nuisance to continue being in what? In the city. So those are reasons for having that structure demolished. The question of who owns the plot is not important to us. Our question as a council is the structure, is it a nuisance or not a what? A nuisance. It was a nuisance and we are doing away with a nuisance. If there is an issue of ownership of the property, then the property owners should face what? Each other. But to us, the structure that is a nuisance in town is down. And that is not the only structure that we are putting down. Everything begins at a certain point, and there are a number of others that we are still processing court orders, and they are going to be put down. And I want to tell you that if I'm talking about something of 1972, then I can equally deal with something of 1980. I can deal with something of 1990. I can deal with something of 2000. Where did you want me to begin? With the 2000 or 72? If you listened to my presentation, I've given you something here. Request for what? For backup. The nuisance is condemned by the what? By the council. So if Mbale State Council is asking for backup, who is responsible? Kutosi James is not a legal office of Mbale City Council. Kutosi James is a spokesperson of Mbale City Council and bases on facts that are on what? Paper. And what I'm giving you are the facts I have on what? On paper. Okay. If you have otherwise, that is for you. Now that I don't know these procedures, how could they have been guided?
The procedure is very clear.
Yeah, I'm giving you a statement. Why was there a demolition?
And who
demolished? Why was there a what? A demolition. What was the reason for the demolition?
Nuisance.
It was a what? A nuisance. Which we needed in the process that took what? Place. Go to the legal courts and then begin asking, this was done wrongly, therefore council should be what? Prosecuted.